let's start. Okay. So see, now what we'll do, we will solve those equations. We will solve those equation number 1 and 2 in a calculator. Okay, so how we'll do that? We'll solve equation number 1 and 2 in a calculator, right? So for that, okay, what we'll do is, okay, we will just okay, let me clear it. We'll go to mode, okay, and we need to solve this equation. Solve the system equation with 2 unknown. That I will do. Okay, system equation with 2 unknown. Okay, so 0.63 I will put. Okay, then 0.95. Okay, followed by 1.53. You can check it. Then 0.95. Then 1.49. Okay, then 2.46. You can check it. Is that okay? 0.63, 0.95, 1.53, 0.95, 1.49, and 2.46. Let's solve it. So we will solve it. We will get these values. Okay, so you can check what value of C2 we are getting. C2 we are getting it as, okay, C2 and C3. You can check it. Value of C2 and C3. Okay, we're getting as minus 1.58. Okay, and C3. Let's check for C3. 2.66. We're getting these as 2.66. Is that okay, all of you? Let me know. Is that okay? Which of you know how to solve this equation in a calculator? Can we do this?
Yes.
Let me clear. Are you able to get what I'm doing now?
Yes.
See, I just solved equation number 1 and 2 in a calculator. So I end up with these values of C2 and C3. Now, why we calculated C2 and C3? Okay, we need to put in the equation of U. Okay, so I'll just rewrite the equation of U. Okay, so I'll just rewrite the equation of U as C2 into x square minus x. So that I will write down. So minus 1.58, okay, into x square minus x square minus x, okay, plus x cube minus x into C3. So I'll just first write down C3. So that is 2.66 into x cube minus x plus 2x, right? So this is the value of U which I got. This is the value of U which I got. Is that okay? So what is the purpose to do this? What is the purpose to do this? See, we know the value of U. Okay, from this we can calculate the value of U at any location of x ranging between 0 to 1. Okay, because see, your limit is 0 to 1, so you can calculate the value of U at any point between 0 to 1. So as a practice, we are doing for x is equal to 0.25, for x is 0.5, and for x is 0.75. So let's do that. Let's calculate U by putting x as 0.25, x as 0.5, and x as 0.75. So how to do that? Okay, so as I told you, okay, so just set a single equation in a calculator and let's do that. Okay, go to mode. Okay, maths, just clear those cells. So let us do this. Okay, let's do this. Okay, so I'll just write down minus 1.58 into x square minus x square minus x. Okay, bracket complete. Okay, plus 2.66 into x cube alpha x cube, we want x cube minus x plus 2 into x plus 2 into x. You can see it. Single time I am setting the equation minus 1.5 x square minus x plus 2.66 into x cube minus x, okay, plus 2 into x, right? So let us solve. So I'll just solve it. Solve for what value of x? I need initially x value as 0.25. So I'll do that. So when you do that, you will get this answer. You're getting 0.1728 for x is equal to 0.25. I'll solve it again. Just solve for value of x as 0.5. Okay. So let's see. We're getting it as 0.3975. Now we will solve for x 0.75. So let's check x as 0.75. So what answer we're getting? 0.9234. Is that okay? Is that okay or not? Let me know.
Yes.
Okay. Now see, all of you just see it. What is expected in this method is, see, when we solve by Galerkin method, obviously, okay, we need to apply the weighted residual equation, because when I started with the weighted method, 2 to 3 lecture before, I told you, whenever it is weighted residual method, you can see Galerkin is what? Weighted residual method. So obviously we need to write down this equation. Wi into r into dx, where w is a weight function, r is a residue, and ohm is a domain. Okay, so that is the reason why I have written the equation. Okay, 0 is equal to integration ohm wi into r into dx. So 0 is equal to, now ohm, okay, it's a domain or range. So we have the range for 0 to 1. X for x, it is ranging from 0 to 1 for our problem. Into weight function, I have written as it is. Now r. Okay, so from where I have taken r. Okay, because see the like numerical which I have taken in the last lecture, that same numerical I am solving by Galerkin method. So the value of r, it is already available, because this part it is common irrespective of any method. So I just taken the value of r there. This is r into dx. Now question will be, what is weight function? You can see in this equation there are two constants. Okay, single equation with two constant. This we are not able to solve. So we should have two equations with two unknown. Okay, two equations with two unknown we should have. So what we can vary? We can vary the value of weight function. Okay, so I need to take the weight function from the equation of u. Okay, and in the equation of u, I need to check for the coefficients of arbitrary constants. Okay, so this is the equation of u, where c2 and c3 are the arbitrary constants, and their coefficients are x square minus x and x cube minus x. So this is my first weight function. This is my second weight function. So I just put first this value of weight function. Okay, then I got one equation. Then I put second value of weight function. I got second equation. I will solve these two simultaneous equation again in a calculator. So I'll get the values of C2 and C3. Now, once I have C2 and C3 values, I'll just put that in the equation of U. Okay, so I'll just put that in the equation of U. I just put, okay. Now what I can vary? I can vary the different values of X. I can vary the value of X so that I will get the value of U. Is that okay? Is that okay with this one? Let me know. Is that okay? Is that okay with this one, all of you? Say yes or no. Is that okay or not?
Yes.
Okay. So now we are solved by Galerkin method. We have solved
ये
this.
ऑटोफोकस क्यों जा रहा है बार-बार?
Yeah. I'll check. We have solved this problem by using Galerkin method. Now we will solve it by using least square method. So let's do that. Now I will solve this equation by least square method. Okay. So let us try the third method, and that is least square method. That is least square method. I will solve that equation now by using least square method.
तो वो सेम क्वेश्चन से करें ना अपने सॉल्व इसको.
Yes, same numerical I am solving. See, until and unless you solve for the same, how I can take the value of r as, from the previous method? I can check it now. See, this we have started. So we have r, which is common irrespective of any method, right? Because you need to do this calculation from this to this, whatever the method you may follow. Okay, so this calculation is same. From this calculation, value of u and r, it is available, that you can use for every method, collocation, whether Galerkin. Okay, now we are doing for least square. Is that okay? Is that okay or not? Is that okay?
Yes.
Okay, now see, again, when we are solving by using least square method, okay, when we are solving it by using least square method, okay, we need to write down the same equation. Okay, what is our weighted residual equation? Is that okay? So I'll just rewrite that same equation again. Okay, so our weighted residual equation, okay, weighted residual equation is given by, okay, weighted residual equation is given by, what is our weighted residual equation? 0 is equal to integration Ohm into Wi into R into dx. This is our weighted residual equation, where Wi, you know that it's a weight function. It's a weight function, right? Then R, you know, it's a residue, okay? And this Ohm, it is equal to domain. Ohm is equal to domain, right? Ohm is equal to domain. So now I'll just rewrite this equation. So 0 is equal to integration. Now I need to write down the range or range for the x. Okay. So whatever the problem that we are solving, okay. See, let me clear you. The same numerical we are trying, right? Same numerical we are trying. So you can see what is the value of x between 0 to 1. X that is ranging between 0 to 1, right? So I'll write down the value for x ranging from 0 to 1 into weight function. Okay, weight function I'll keep as it is into r. See, a value of r, it is already available. Okay, for this problem, value of r, it is already available. See, this is the value of r. Now I will write down, right? So let me write down that value. Let me write down that value. So this is Wi into r, I will write down. So this is minus 9x square plus 9x plus 2 into C2 plus minus 9x cube plus 15x into C3 minus x cube plus 18x. Okay, this is r into dx, right? Wi into r into dx, right? So this is what value I reach, right? So now question will be here again, what is weight function, right? Weight function, because your method is different. Now we are dealing with the least square method. Try to understand. So see, if I just browse you to the last lectures, what I told you, in least square, we need to take the weight functions from residue equation. Try to understand. In least square, we need to take the weight functions from residue equations. Okay. So I'll just write down here that statement again. So weight functions are coefficients. Weight functions are coefficients of arbitrary constants. Weight functions are coefficients of arbitrary constants in residue equation. In residue equation after satisfying all, what is the meaning of all? It's essential as well as natural. All, that is essential and natural boundary conditions. Try to understand, this is very important. Essential and natural boundary conditions, right? So see, from where you will take the weight functions? Weight function, you need to take it from the equation of r only. See, this is the equation of r. So from equation of r, we need to take weight functions. Okay. So in the equations of r, we are having two constants, C2 and C3. See, just what is the basic idea? Now we need to solve this equation. Okay, this is a single equation with two unknowns that we are not able to solve. Single equation with two unknowns, C2 and C3, that we are not able to solve. Okay. So in this equation, what we can vary is we can vary the weight function. So if we put two different values of weight function, we will get two equations which we can solve. Right? So what we'll do, as the method is least square, we will take the weight functions from the equation of r. So this is the equation of r, right? So in the equation of r, we are having two constants, C2 and C3, and their coefficients are, okay, so coefficient of C2 is this, right? And coefficient of C3 is this. Okay. So what I will do here is, okay, I'll just write down the first weight function 1. Okay, so this is the first weight function. So that is minus 9x square plus 9x plus 2. This is first weight function. And second weight function I will write down as minus 9x cube plus 15x. Is that okay? Is that okay? See, if you ask me, what is the difference between last method we have taken? In Galerkin, we have taken the weight functions from the equation of u. Okay, so this is the equation of u where these are the two constants. So their coefficients become weight function. Okay, this is for Galerkin method. Now we are practicing for least square method. So for least square method, okay, we need to take the weight functions from the equations of R. So this is the equation of R where we have these two constants are C2 and C3. Their coefficients are this. Okay, so they becomes the weight function. Is that okay? Is that okay? This is the only change. Okay, compared to previous method. So let's put that. So 0 is equal to integration 0 to 1. See, integration 0 to 1 weight function. So I'll just write down first weight function. Minus 9x square plus 9x plus 2. This is our first weight function. I'll put first weight function now. Okay, this is weight function I put into R. So I'll just write on R. So this is minus 9x square plus 9x plus 2, 9x plus 2 C2 plus minus 9x cube plus 15x C3. You can check it. Same equation I'm writing. Okay, minus x cube plus 18x dx. You can see this the same equation I've written as it is. Only I just put the value of weight function. Is that okay with this one? Is that okay with this one, all of you? Right. Now let's multiply this to this, right? Let's multiply this to this. Okay. So let's do that. So 0 is equal to, okay, into bracket integration 0 to 1, this term into this term. Okay. So what does it mean? It's become square, right? So just write down 9x square plus 9x plus 2. It's a square. See, this into this, it's square into C2 into dx. See, this into this is square into C2 into dx. So I'll just write down this as dx into C2, right? Then this plus sign, see, this into this term. Okay, so this will be a plus sign. So I'll just write down that plus sign into bracket integration 0 to 1 minus 9x square plus 9x plus 2. See, this term I written as it is into this term, right? So that is nothing but minus 9x cube plus a 15x plus 15x, okay, into C3 into dx. That I will write down as dx to the coefficient C3. Is that okay? You can check it, not a problem. Then this into this is a minus. So I'll write on minus into integration 0 to 1. This term, that is minus 9x square plus 9x plus 2. This is term into this term, that is x cube plus 18x, okay, into dx, right? Into dx, right? So you can check it. These two equations are one and same. Okay, I just split this bracket. I just split the bracket. Okay. So now we need to do the same calculation as what we have done for the previous method. So 0 is equal to, now we need to solve this in a calculator, right? So we'll do that. Let's solve that in a calculator. Okay, so what I'll do is, okay, I'll just integrate it, integration 0 to 1, 0 to 1 into this, what is written is minus 9 into x, minus 9 into x square, minus 9 into x square plus 9 into x plus 9 into x plus 2, right? Minus 9x square plus 9x plus 2, it's square into dx. Right? So let's see what answer we're getting. So just solve it. So we're getting answer as 12.7. So this is 12.7. Try to understand 12.7. Right? So come back here. So this is this term it is coming as this term. You can see this term. Just see this term. It is coming as 12.7 into C2, right? Plus now this term into this term that we need to do. Okay. So this is to be multiplied by minus 9x square plus 15x. Minus 9x square plus 15x, right? So minus 9x square, I'll just do that, into minus 9 into x, 9x cube, minus 9x cube plus 15x, right? Plus 15 into x. Okay, minus 9x cube plus 15 into x, right? So let's solve that. Let's solve that. Let's see what answer we're getting. We're getting as 19.05. You can check it. So this is 19.05. See this term, it was coming as 19.05 into C3. Okay. Minus sign, I will write down as it is. What is this term? This term, right? So that I need to do. So this is x cube plus 18x, second term, x cube plus 18x. So this term only unchanged, x cube plus 18 into x, x cube plus 18 into x. You can see it is you're getting as 13.2. Okay, so this we are getting as 13.2. Sorry, 32.3. 32.3. Okay, 32. Is it okay with this one? Let me clear. Is it okay or not? 32 point. Is it okay or not? Let me know. So can we write down it as 12.7 C2 plus 19.05 C3, okay, is equal to 32.3. Let me call as equation number 1. I don't understand. I just bring these terms, this 32.3, I'll just bring it on the right hand side. So this becomes plus, right? Is that okay? Is it okay with this equation? Let me know. Is it okay with this equation?
Yes.
Okay. Now see, this we have taken. We have just considered first weight function. We by considering first weight function, we got first equation. Now let's consider a second weight function here. So just put the value of second weight function. Okay. So let's do that. Okay, let's do that. So I'll just write down there. Okay. So see here. So I'll just write down second weight function by taking second weight function. So 0 is equal to see 0 is equal to integration 0 to 1 weight function. Now I'll take second weight function, that is minus 9x cube plus 15x. This is the second weight function I have taken. Okay, value of r is going to remain same, so I'll just copy that value as it is. Okay, that is minus 9x square plus 9x plus 2 into C2 plus minus 9x cube plus 15x C3 minus x cube plus 18x dx. Is that okay? I just copy that same value. Okay, now same what we have done here, we need to just split this bracket. We need to multiply this term to each term of the bracket, right? So that will do. So 0 is equal to, okay, this into this. So that I will write down integration 0 to 1 minus 9x cube plus 15x. See this term I've written here into this. Okay, into minus 9x square plus 9x plus 2. See this into C2 into dx. So I'll just write down these as dx C2. Is that okay? See this into this. It is written here. Next, this into this. So its sign is plus. So plus into bracket integration 0 to 1. Okay. Minus 9x cube plus 15x. Try to understand. See minus 9x cube plus 15x into again minus 9x cube plus 15x. So this becomes its square, right? Into see this into this is square into C3 into dx. So I'll just write down this as into dx into C3, right? Into dx into C3. Try to understand, huh? right? Next, see this into this I will do. Okay, so when you do multiply this term into this term, the sign becomes minus. So minus integration 0 to 1 15x. So this is minus 9x. What is that? It is x cube plus 18x. X cube plus 18x. Okay, into dx, right? Into dx. Is that okay with this one, all of you? Now we will solve it. We'll solve this. So this, let's do the first calculation. So first is minus 9x cube plus 15x. Okay, so let's do that. Okay, so I'll just write down that. Zero to 1. I'll just write down that first term. Minus 9 into x cube minus 9x cube plus 15x minus 9x cube minus 9x cube plus 15x into in the second bracket I have minus 9 into okay x square plus 9 into x plus 2 plus 2. You can check it, all of you. Minus 9x square plus 9x plus 2, and here minus 9x cube plus 15 into x. Is that okay? Now when we solve it, we are getting answer as 19.05. 19.05, and this is the coefficient of C2. You can see 19.05. You can see this term, this term what we have solved now, it's the coefficient of C2. What is written here? Okay, then plus I will write down plus. Now I'll just solve it. So this is simply this first term, minus 9x cube plus 15x square. I'll just do that. Minus 9x cube plus 15x plus 15x minus 9x cube plus 15x, it's a square. Okay, so let's see how much answer we're getting. 32.5, 32.57 we're getting, right? So this is 32.57, 32.57 we're getting, right? So see this this term, it is coming 32.57 into C3, right? Minus I have written as it is. Now this term minus 9x cube plus 15x into x cube plus 18x into x cube, okay, x cube plus 18x, x cube plus 18x, x cube plus 18x. You can check it. Okay, so let's see how much answer we're getting. We're getting as 59.31. We're getting as 59.31. Okay. See, we're getting this term as 59.31. Is that okay now? Is that okay? All of you, let me know. Is that okay? So can I write down this equation as 19.05 C2 plus 32.57 C3 is equal to 59.31. Let's call this as equation number 2. Let's call this as equation number 2. So now you solve equation number 1 and equation number 2, okay, in a calculator. Okay, again, same like what we have done it for Galerkin. We have reached to again 2 equations. So let us solve these 2 equations. Okay, so I'll just write down solving equation 1 and 2. Okay, I'll just solve this equation 1 and 2. And let's see what value of C2 we are getting. Similarly, what value of C3 we are getting. Okay, let's do that. C2 and C3. I'll go to mode again. Maths, I'll just clear that. Mode, I'll go to solve the system equations to unknown. Okay, I'll just solve that, solve a system equation with two unknowns. Okay, so let's do that. So I have this 12.7. Okay, then 19.05, then 32.3, then 19.05 again. Okay, then what we have is 32.57. Okay, and then 59.31. Is that okay? So when we solve it, we'll get the value of C2. It's minus 1.53. Okay, and C3 2.72. I'll make it 2.72. Is that okay? All of you, is that okay? Right. So see, if you just see what previous method what we have solved. Okay, so in the just in this lecture only we have solved it by Galerkin. Okay, when we solve by Galerkin, what value of C2 we got? Minus 1.58. Minus 1.58. Now when we solve it by least square, what value of C2 we got? Minus 1.5. You can check it. You just compare these values. Okay, so bottommost it's a Galerkin, and this topmost it's a least square. You can check this value. Is that okay? All of you, is that okay? We can compare the values of C2 for Galerkin and this least square method. You can check this. They're nearly equal, right? They are nearly equal. Okay. Now, what is the purpose to calculate C2 and C3? Obviously, we need to put that in the
ज्यादा
equation of U.
डिफरेंस नहीं आएगा ना सर?
Yes, there will not be a huge difference because both when you solve it by any method, you will get the answers which are approximately equal, right? So we will put this in the equation of U. So when you put this in the equation of U, the equation of U becomes C2. What is the value of C2? Minus 1.53 x square minus x, okay, plus 2.72 x cube minus x, okay, plus 2x. You can check it. Okay. So this value ultimately where we are putting these values, okay, in the equation of U. See, this is the equation of U what we have. This is the equation of U what we have, right? So in that equation of U only I have put the values. U is minus 1. U is given by C2. Okay, C2 I just written minus 1.53 into x cube minus x plus C3 I have written 2.72 into x cube minus x plus 2x. Okay. So now you just calculate the value of U when x is 0. Let's say 25. You calculate the value of U when x is 0.5 and U when x is 0.75. Right? That we can do. 0.75, right? So we'll do that. Okay, so we will go here now. Okay, I'll just clear those cells. Go to maths mode. Okay, I'll just set that equation minus 1.53 into x square. Okay, alpha, that is x square minus alpha x square minus x plus 2.72 into x cube minus x plus 2 into x plus 2 into x. Is that okay? Now we'll solve it. We'll solve it for a value of x for 0.25. See what answer we're getting. We're getting a 0.1494. Okay, then for we will put it again, we will solve it for x is equal to 0.5, 0.3625. Now we will solve it for x is equal to 0.75, 0.89, 0.89, right? 0.89 we got. Can you see this? All of you, can you see this? All of you, is that okay with this one? Is it clear with this one or not? Least square method. Is it clear? All of you. Is it clear with this method?
Yes.
Okay. See, I'll just tell you. What is the simple difference between the Galerkin and least square? See, in Galerkin, we have taken the weight function from the u. From the equation of u, we have taken the weight function. Okay. And what we have done in least square, we have taken the weight function from the equation of r. From the equation of r, we have taken these two weight functions. That is the only change. What we observed between the Galerkin and least square method. Okay. So now let's do this for one more method. Okay, let us do this for one more method. Okay, and that is basically called as subdomain method. Okay, so let's do that. Let's do that for subdomain method. Okay, so now I will start with the next method, and that is basically the subdomain method. So let us start the fourth method, and that is a subdomain method. Okay, subdomain method. So see, in the name of the method only, okay, you can understand. Okay, you need to split the domain. We need to split the domain. So see, if I just browse you, okay, I'm just bringing this page again and again. The reason is that you should understand. This is a subdomain method. So, okay, likewise we will move, right? Likewise we will move. See, subdomain method, it's a non-weak method and it's a weighted residual method. So obviously this equation we need to apply, right? So I'll just write down that weighted residual equation first. So weighted residual equation is given by okay, so this is weighted residual equation. So 0 is equal to integration Ohm, okay, into Wi into r into dx. This is our weighted residual equation, where you know this is Wi, it's a weight function. Wi is a weight function. Okay, then this r you know, r it's a residue. Okay, and this Ohm, it is nothing but our domain. Okay, now see what is the difference between this subdomain method and what are the previous methods what we have seen. Okay, so see the major difference is, see, in case of a subdomain method, okay, Wi is equal to 1. Try to understand. Weight function is equal to 1 directly in the subdomain method. Okay, so in subdomain method, weight function Wi is directly equal to 1. Okay, so if I need to write down this equation, I'll write down integration 0 is equal to integration Ohm. Okay, what is the value of Ohm? Range, it is 0 to 1. Okay, into Wi. Okay, that is weight function. It's a 1. It's a 1, right? Weight function is 1. So that I will not write down. Into r. Okay, so value of r I need to copy. Okay, value of r I need to copy. Okay. As I told you, this part is common for whatever the method you follow. Okay, so Wi is 1, that I will not write down. So I'll just write down directly value of r, that is minus 9x square plus 9x plus 2. Okay, so you can see minus 9x square plus 9x plus 2 into C2 plus minus 9x cube plus 15x into C3 minus x cube plus 18x. Okay, so this is 0 to 1. Weight function is 1. So this is r into dx. Is that okay with this one? Let me know. Is that okay with this one? Is that okay? Let me know. Is that okay with this one or not? Is that okay? Have you got it? Weight function is 1. So that I'm not writing. R, value of r. This is the value of r which we have it into d. Is that okay? Is that okay or not? Let me know. Okay, now see all of you. Now we need to solve this single equation with two unknowns. Is that okay? We need to solve single equation with two unknowns. How we can solve it? We have single equation with two unknowns. How we can solve? See, if we need to solve the equation which are having two unknowns, there should be two equations at least. Okay, so what we will do here, we split the domain. Okay, so I'll just write down a simple statement. Number of domains. Otherwise, okay, if I brief you to the last lectures, you can see weight functions are equal to 1 in subdomain method. Okay, so that I have taken weight function is equal to 1. Similarly, number of domains are equal to number of constants in R. Okay, so I'll write down number of domains is equal to number of constants in R. Okay, this is basically your R, right? So in R, two constants. So how many? See, ultimately there are two constants. So if we need to solve it two constant, we should have two equations. Okay, so how we'll get two equations? By having two domains. Okay, so our first domain, see how many number of domains I should have? I should have two domains. Okay, so my first domain, I will write down my first domain. Okay, my first domain will be from, okay, 0 to 0.5. Try to understand. See, this is our range. This is our 0 to 1. 0 to 1 is the domain. 0 to 1 is the domain. Okay, now how many number of domains I want? Within 0 to 1, I want two domains. Okay, so I'll just put 1 point here. So when I put 1 point here, obviously I'm getting two domains, right? So my first domain will be 0 to 0.5 and second will be 0.5 to 1. Is that okay? Is it okay with this one? Let me see. Ultimately, single equation with two unknown, that we are not able to solve. So when we need to solve such equation, we should have two equations. So one equation I will get it from 0 to 0.5. Second equation I will get it from 0.5 to 1. Is that okay? See, there are two constants. So I should have two equations. So how I should get two equations? By splitting that into two domains. So I split that into two domains. So one domain will be 0 to 0.5, second will be 0.5 to 1. Is that okay? Is that okay now? Is it okay now?
Yes.
Let me know. Is it okay?
Yes.
Okay. So let's do that. So 0 is equal to integration. As I told you, I will take first domain. 0 to 0.5, 0 to 0.5. I will write down R as it is. Okay, into minus 9x square plus 9x plus 2 into C2 plus minus 9x cube plus 15x C3 minus x cube plus 18x, okay, into dx. Is that okay? Okay, now we need to solve it. So just simply, okay, give the integrate every term of the bracket. Okay, so that I will do. So 0 is equal to integrate in the bracket integration 0 to 0.5 this term. Okay, so that is minus 9x square plus 9x plus 2. See this term into dx into C2. So that I will write down these as dx C2, right? Then what I will do is I'll just take this plus here, plus again into bracket integration 0 to 1. Try to understand integration, 0 to 0.5. See integration 0 to 0.5, this term minus 9x cube plus 15x, see minus 9x cube plus 15x into C3 into dx. So it is dx into C3 See, this into this, okay, this integration, I will be integrating these terms. Okay, so that is what is written. Then minus sign, minus, again integration 0 to 0.5, distance 0 to see, minus, here it is written, integration 0 to 0.5 into this term, right? So that is x cube plus 18x into dx. Is that okay? All of you, is that okay? So now let's do this. So let's do this in a calculator. I'll just integrate this term in a calculator. I'll just integrate that in a calculator. Okay. So I'll go to mode. Okay. So I'll just integrate. So integration. What is that? 0 to 0.5. 0 to 0.5. Okay. Into inside a bracket, I have minus 9 into x square plus 9 into x plus 9 into x plus 2 plus 2. Okay, minus 9x square plus 9x plus 2 for the limit 0 to 0.5. Okay, so let us solve it. We're getting this answer as 0.75. I don't understand. Huh? We're getting that as 0.75. You can check it. Sorry, 1.75. We're getting that as a 1.75 C2, right? Then plus. Now I need to integrate second term. See this term. This term you see. This term was coming as 1.75 into C2. Now I need to integrate second term. I'll just integrate the second term. This term I will integrate. Okay. So I'll again go here. Minus 9x cube plus 15x minus 9x cube plus 15x minus 9x cube plus 15x. Let us solve. You're getting as 1.73, and this is the coefficient of C3. You can check it. See, this 1.73 we got, which is a coefficient of C3 that I reached. Minus I will write down. Now I'll just integrate this down. Okay, x cube plus 18x. Let's do that. X cube plus 18x. X cube plus 18x. We're getting as 2.26, 2.27. I can take it. 2.27. Okay. So 2.26. Right? So I will just rewrite it as 1.75 C2 plus 1.73 C3 is equal to 2.26. I will call this as equation number 1. Okay, I'll just call this as equation number 1. Okay. Now, similarly, I need to put the second domain. I should get one more equation. Okay. So now I'll just put the second domain. Okay. Second domain. Okay. Only the limit I will change. I will change it from 0.5 to 1. Initially, I will take it from 0 to 0.5. And I got one equation. Now I'll put 0.5 to 1. Okay. So see, 0 is equal to integration 0.5 to 1. See, 0.5 to 1 I will make. Okay. Then into inside a bracket minus 9x square plus 9x plus 2 C3 plus minus 9x cube plus 15x C3 minus x cube plus 18x dx. Is it okay? Is it okay or not? Let me know. Okay. Now, as I told you, we'll just integrate every term. Okay. So how we'll do that? So 0 is equal to into bracket integration 0.5 to 1. See, 0.5 to 1 into this term. That is minus 9x square plus 9x plus 2 okay, into C2 into dx. That I will write down as dx into C2, right? Next, plus into bracket integration 0.521. Now I need to integrate this term. So this is minus 9x cube plus 15x into C3 into dx. I will write down these as dx C3, right? Next, see, this is minus sign, minus into bracket 0.521 into this term, that is x cube plus 18x, okay, into dx. Okay, now can we solve it? Okay, so we need to solve this in a calculator again. So 0 is equal to now I'll just integrate this term in a bracket, okay, in a calculator. So my limits have to be changed now. 0.521. Okay, and first term rather, it is minus 9 into x square, minus 9 into x square plus 9 into x plus 2, minus 9x square plus 9x plus 2 into dx, right? So let's solve this. We are getting as 1.75. You can check it. So 1.75, which is the coefficient of C2. See this term, we are getting as 1.75, which is the coefficient of C2. Then plus I will write down. Now I need to solve it. Minus 9x cube plus 15x. Minus 9x cube minus 9x cube plus 15 into x. Minus 9x cube plus 15 into x. So let's solve it. How much we are getting? 3.55. 1 we are getting, right? So plus 3.51, and this is the coefficient of C3, right? This is the coefficient of C3. You can check it. See, 3.51. See, this we are getting as 3.51, which is the coefficient of C3. Now we will solve this. So this is minus. Now I need to solve. It is x cube plus 18x. X cube plus 18x. X cube plus 18x. X cube plus 18 into x. Okay, so let us solve. 6.98 we're getting. 6.98. Right? 6.98. Okay, let's see this one. 6.9. Right? So what I'll do, I'll just bring this term on the right hand side. So this becomes plus. So 1.75 C2 plus 3.51 C3 is equal to 6.98. So let me call this as equation number 2. I will call this as equation number 2. Okay, let this be equation number 2. Is that okay? I will solve the equation number 1 and 2. Okay, we will solving equation 1 and 2. So let's see what value of C2 we are getting, what value of C3 we are getting, right? So let us solve these two simultaneous equations in a calculator. So let's do that. So for that, okay, what we need to do is we need to go to this solve the system equations with two unknowns. Okay, we'll go there, solve the system equations with two unknowns. Okay, so this is 1.75. This is 1.73. This is 2.26, right? Then here it's 1.75. Here it's 3.51. And here it's 6.98. 6.98. Okay. So I just entered the values. So when I solve it, I got the value of C2. C2 I got it as minus 1.33. Okay. And C3 I got it as 2.65. 2.65. Is that okay? So once I got the values of C2 and C3, okay, ultimately I need to substitute. Why we are calculate C2 and C3? The reason to calculate C2, and C3 is, we need to put those values where? We need to put this in the equation of U. Equation of U we will put, right? So U is given by x square minus x into C2. So I'll just write down first C2. That's minus 1.33 into x square minus x, right? Plus x cube minus x into C3. This is C3. So 2.65 x cube minus x plus 2x. Okay. So once we have those values, okay, we have those values now, right? So now what we'll do, we will put the value of x as 0.25. Okay. Then we'll put x as 0.5. Then we will put x as 0.75. And let us check what values we are getting. So let me set this equation first. Okay. So once we will set, we will just keep on varying the value of x. Okay, I need to change to maths mode. I'll just write on minus 1.33 into x square, alpha x square minus alpha x plus 2.65 into x cube minus x cube minus x plus 2 into x plus 2 into x, right? See, minus 1.33 x square minus x plus 2.65 x cube minus x plus 2x. So we will solve it for x value 0.25. Let's check it. What answer we're getting? We're getting at 0.1282. Okay, 1282. Now we'll put x as 0.5. We're getting as 0.3387. Now we will solve for x 0.75. We're getting this as 0.9898. Okay, 8798. All of you just see this one. Okay. Is it okay? Is it okay to you, all of you? All of you, is it okay? Okay. So now see, if I want to brief, if I just want to brief this, okay, what is the purpose to do this? So these are the answers which we have got, right? So see, what we have done is we have solved that numerical, right? Initially, we have solved that numerical by using exact method. Initially, we have solved that numerical by exact method. Okay. Initially, we have solved that numerical by using exact method. Okay. Then we are solid by. See, let me just draw one table. Okay, let me draw one table. I'll just write down here method. I will write down here method. And that method may be exact method. Exact. Then we are solid by collocation. Then we are solid by Galerkin. Okay. Then we are solid by dist square. And now we are solid by subdomain method. Okay, so these are the five methods which we have tried. Okay, now in each method, what we have done, we have calculated a value of u. Okay, at x is equal to 0.25. We have calculated it for x is equal to 0.5, and we have calculated it for x is equal to 0.75. So let's write down this for every method. Let us write down this for every method. So let me start here. See, this is the problem which we have solved the same numerical which we have solved by initially by exact method. So when we will solve it by exact method, you can see what value of u we got it at 0.25. I'll just copy those values. By exact method, u at 0.25 is 0.1591. Then at 0.5, it's 0.4136. And at 0.75, it's 0.9211. See, by exact method, these are the values we got. Okay, right? Is that okay? Now, let us see that. Let us see that what answer we have got it. Okay, by collocation. Okay, so let me explain that. So see, this is how we have started. Okay, so this part it is common. So once we are done this one, we have taken collocation method. Collocation method. So for collocation method, you can see the answers for collocation. You had 0.25. What is that value? 0.18. And for this one, it is 0.4287. For this one, it is 0.9614. Right? Then we will go to the next method, Galerkin method. Okay, so for Galerkin method, let's see these answers. Okay, let's see these answers. 0.1728, 0.3975, 0.9234. So these are for Galerkin. Now go for the next method, that is least square method. See these answers. 0.1494, 0.3625, 0.89. Right? Now let us try for the next method. Okay, that is subdomain method. For subdomain method, we got it. These are 0.1282, 0.3387, and 0.8798. Is that okay? Is that okay or not? So see, we have seen all these methods, and we have calculated the value of u at different locations. Okay, in the next lecture, we will take one more method, and that is Rayleigh-Ritz method. Okay, Rayleigh-Ritz method. So same numerical, we will try it, okay, by Rayleigh-Ritz method. So when we'll try that numerical by Rayleigh-Ritz method, okay, you will also calculate some value, okay, for 0.25, 0.5, 0.7, right? So if you just clearly look at these answers which we have got, okay, you can say that the answers are coming approximately same. Is it okay? Is it the case? Is it a case there? Whether our answers are approximately same or not? Our answers are approximately same or not? Let me
sir, approximate same.
Right? So our answers will be approximately same. So is it clear? Is it clear, all of you? All of you, is it clear with you?
Yes.
Is it clear what is being covered in the today's lecture?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, or still there is some doubt? Or still there is some doubt? Or still there is some doubt? Let me know.
The exam में कैसा आता है?
See, in exam, every time they used to ask the question to solve by any one of the four methods. Okay, they may ask to solve it by collocation or Galerkin or least square or subdomain. Okay, and they will ask you to compare the answer by using exact method. Right? So that is what they expect. Okay. So that is what they expect from you. Is that okay? So see, you might feel that, sir, from where it is came. Okay, so see, I'm asking you repetitively. See, this part, it is common. This part, what we have done it in the last lecture, it is common to every method. What is common? Calculation of u and calculation of r, it is common. Now, once we have done this one, okay, based on the method, if it is collocation, the procedure, it is different. Okay, if it is Galerkin, the procedure, it is different. If it is, let's say, least square, the different procedure. For subdomain, there is different procedure. Is that okay? But what is common here? common here till the calculation of r, calculation of u and calculation r, it's common, so no need to repeat. Okay, once we have done it for a single method, those things we can use it for rest of the method. Okay, is it okay? Is it okay to all of you?
Yes.
Okay, so today we will stop here only, and in the next lecture, okay, we will solve the same problem by using a Rayleigh-Ritz method. Okay.
Thank you, sir. Please करने का सर.